This little movement offering is just to free up tension in the shoulders, activate upper, middle, low abs, and glutes. So you're going to start with the foam roller. Lie down on your side with your arm, say left arm extended out over the roller to begin, right hand behind your head. And you're just going to roll toward the roller. As you do so, your left palm will face down, and then roll away from it, letting your left palm turn to face up, getting into those sort of tight and sticky armpit muscles. Get very, very tight, just due to life. You're gonna add breath here, exhaling as you roll toward the roller, inhaling as you move away from it. And if you find a very tight spot that feels, like I said, a little ropey or sticky, you can just stay there and release that spot specifically. And once you have had enough of that, en route to the other side, just press yourself up to sit, turn, face away from the roller, and then lie back so that the roller hits right at the tips of your shoulder blades. Pick your hips up and just roll out the length of your thoracic spine toward the base of your rib cage and up toward the top of it. Similarly here, if you find a sticky spot, just stay there and breathe into it a little bit. Little snap, crackle, pop moment potentially. So good. And then you can lower your hips from here. Come on to your other side. So now you'll have your right arm over the roller. Armpit specifically. Left hand behind your head, turn toward the roller. Right palm will face down. And as you turn away from it, you let your right palm flip to face up. So your palm faces down as you roll toward the roller and up as you roll away from it. And if you feel, again, a spot that feels a little sticky or ropey, tight, just stay there and roll back and forth over that specific spot for a moment. Should feel kind of nice. Or pretty terrible, but it's hopefully the good kind of pain. Good. One more time. Back and forth. And then from here, you can press yourself up to sit. Set your roller or half roller aside. And then you'll simply grab your ball. If you don't have a ball, you can always roll up a yoga mat or something. You just want to have a little lift in your mid-thoracic, sort of right at the base of your shoulder blades. Just about there. So you're sort of held up and have freedom consequently in your neck and shoulders. Once you're here, just roll yourself back a little bit, opening up your chest, and then as you exhale, gather your abdominals, drawing your sternum towards your pubic bone to curl up. So you inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Inhale as you lower, and exhale, gather your abdominals, bending your waist to lift. 2 more times, inhaling as you lower, exhaling as you lift. So 1 last time, breathe in, lower. And then breathe up, stay up, keeping your abdominals gathered. Bring your arms props to the mat and draw your right knee in toward your chest and then step it down. And then your left will draw in and then step it down. Keep gathering your sternum, drawing it towards your pubic bone and vice versa. Strong 6-pack abs. And then to challenge it, bring your hands behind your head and continue doing the same. You know you're in it if you feel that little tremble of your abdominals working hard to support you as you bring one knee in and then the other. Inhaling as you lower, exhale feeling as you lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. And then bring your right knee and keep it there. Maintain nice and gathered abs. Bring your left knee in. And now from the top, lower both feet and draw both knees in. And if you feel like you have to arch your back to bring your feet to the mat, then just lower them a little bit. They don't have to touch the mat. The whole thing we're trying to do is keep your abdominals well engaged and contained as your feet move away from you and as your knees draw back in. Breathing in and out. 3 more, breath in and out. Strong flex of the abdominals, 2, and knees draw in. 1 more, lower. Exhale, knees in, step 1 foot down and then the other. Give yourself a nice stretch over the roller for a moment, lengthening the abdominal wall. Inhale, lift your head, exhale, roll up to sit. Take the ball now out from behind you. Roll down onto your back, pick your hips up, and set the ball under your pelvis, nice and centered, right beneath your sacrum. And then once you're there, take a moment to let your rib cage soften and settle into the mat or toward the mat. Press down with both arms. You'll feel the tone of your triceps. And then as you exhale, let your right knee come into your chest, followed by your left, just like that. And then from here, keeping your ribs gathered, pelvis level, lower your right foot to the mat, draw it in, followed by your left, and in. Again, right lowers, right knee draws in, left knee draws in. And as you lower your right, try to keep your glutes engaged, supporting the weight of your leg as it moves away from you. Same on the left side. And in, 1 more time, right. And draw it in. 1 more time, please, left. And draw it in. And now lower both of your legs. Keep your abs well collected. Draw both knees in. Inhale, both lower. Exhale, both lift. 2 more times. Lowering. And lifting. Once more like this. Lower. Draw your knees in. Keep them in. Let your legs unfold toward the sky. Point your toes. And now, the longer lever, lower your right leg away from you, catch it with your abs, and pick it up. And then your left lowers, catch it with your abs, pick it up. All the while you're keeping your sternum gathered towards your pubic bone. Loading your abdominals with the weight of your leg versus allowing the weight of your leg to pull on your back. Overarching your lumbar spine. Left and lift. 1 more right. And pick it up, abs stay gathered. 1 more left, and lift. And now with your legs glued together as one, lower both of them only as far as you can go without losing the collection of your abdominals. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Good, pressing with your strong arms. Exhale, lift. 3 more times, lowering, and exhale, lift. 2 more. Inhale, lower. Breathe out, lift. 1 more time, please. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Bend your knees in. Step 1 foot down and then the next. Lift your hips up. Take the ball, please, between your right hand and your left knee. Separate your feet a little wider than hip width apart. Bring your left hand behind your head, supporting it. You're going to lift up a little, lift higher and squeeze the ball, lower back down. Lift up a little, squeeze the ball, curl up higher, and lower down. And all the way, I'll try to keep your outer right hip grounded as you tone your obliques, twisting to the left and lower. You lift a little, squeeze the ball, lift higher and lower. 2 more, lift a little, squeeze, curl higher and lower. 1 more, lift a little, curl higher, stay, and do little pulses. You squeeze and press, lift and press, lift and press. 6, 5, 4, last 3, 3, 2, 1, and lower all of the way. Take the ball over to the other hand. So now between your left hand, left knee, feet again a little wider than hip width. This left hip stays well grounded. As you bring your right hand behind your head, lift up a little, squeeze the ball, curl up higher and lower. Lift a little, squeeze the ball, curl up higher and lower. Lift, squeeze, curl, and lower. Again, lift, squeeze, curl, and lower. Again, lift, squeeze, curl, and lower. One more, lift, squeeze, curl, stay up for tiny pulses. Curl and squeeze, curl and squeeze, curl and squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Take the ball between your inner thighs, narrow your stance, feet parallel to one another, and lift up into a nice level bridge. Right hip half level with left. Just relax your right glutes, lower your outer right hip to find the mat, engage your right glutes, find center. Left glutes release, lower tap, engage your left glutes, find center. Right releases, lower tap, engage and lift. Left glutes relax, lower tap, engage, lift, hold, breathe in. And then exhale, slowly relax your ribs, come all of the way down, one articulate joint at a time. And then you'll take the ball with you, make your way onto your side, and then onto your hands and your knees. And you'll just from here take the ball, place it right between these two hip points here. So right on this soft tissue between right and left ASIS. Just come all of the way down onto it. I'm just gonna move it up a touch. Bring your forehead down onto both hands and just gently massage out your psoas, rolling side to side. Little psoas release. Oh, so good. And a couple more times each side. And switch. And then you can come up to your hands and knees. Just bring the ball up a little bit higher. So now it's more aligned with your belly button, maybe just beneath your belly button, and come back down onto your hands, forehead to hands, resting there. And do the same little side to side gesture, massaging your abdomen, getting into the psoas a little bit, side to side a few times. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Now lift yourself up a little. Pull with your hands as if you're trying to traction your waist long out of your pelvis. And then relax all the way back down. And do that one more time. Lift up a little. Press with your hands as if you're trying to pull your waist longer out of your pelvis. Maybe find a higher back bend. And then lower all the way. And then you can come back up to your hands and knees. Slide the ball forward a little bit further, and then lie down with the ball right at about the base of your sternum. And we're going to do the same thing. Hands under shoulders, just lift up a little bit. Act as if you're trying to actually roll the ball forward, opening up through your chest, and then come back down. And do that just 2 more times. Inhale it up. Lengthening your waist out of your pelvis. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale. Rise up. Find that beautiful thoracic extension. And exhale down to, you guessed it, slide it up even a touch further. Just a little tiny bit. Come down. So now the ball is kind of right up against your sternum. From here, you do the same thing. Press with your hands. Lift up through your gaze with the whole wall of your sternum. Imagine you're trying to roll the ball forward. Keep that lift. Reach your right arm back. Reach your left arm back. And just hold. Hold. Soft bend in your elbows. Generous tone of the triceps. Hold your arms up behind you. And then lower your arms. Relax down for a moment. Rounding over the ball. And then again, you start by gathering the shoulder blades on your back. Start to roll the ball forward with your sternum, coming up into your extension. Pick your arms up. This time, bend your right knee, bend your left. Hold on to both ankles and just kick your shins into your hands, getting an even deeper stretch across the front of the chest. With the front of your chest, continue pushing the ball forward, down, forward, and up. Good. Hold, 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 and then release. Set your hands under your shoulders, come up to your hands and your knees. Round your spine from crown to tail, and then arch your back, breathing in, and exhale, round. One more time, inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Good. And then come to center. Between those extremes, reach your right leg back behind you, toes tucked under, hips level. Pick that leg up, point your toes, reach your left arm forward, hold. 4, 5, hand down, knee down. Reach your opposite knee back, opposite leg back, spiral that thigh in, lift your leg, point your toes, reach your right arm forward, hold. 4, 5, hand down, knee down, one more time, each side, please, holding. 3, 4, 5, hand down, knee down, left back, one last time, right arm forward, hold, 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 and then hands and knees on the mat. I'm just going to turn to the ankle towards you. With your spine in neutral, let your abdominals drop. So imagine if my hand was there, I would say let your abs drop into my hand. And then from here, you're going to, without manipulating the bony structure of your spine, just pull the soft tissue of your abdomen in an inch and then back down. Just barely lift it and lower it. Barely lift. We'll say from 1 to 2. Imagine there are 5 levels we're going. Your abdomen draws in a touch and back down, and in and down. Nothing else shifts but the soft tissue, barely lifting and lowering. 10 times. And then on the 10th, hold your abdomen drawn in that far, and then bring it from, we'll say now floor 2 to floor 3. So you will draw your abs from in to in more, and draw them in a little, and draw them in a little more. From 2 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 3, hold. Now your abs are drawn all the way into floor 3. From floor 3, you're going to go to floor 4. So imagine from drawn all the way in, they draw in even more, and even more, and even more. It's subtle work. You won't see much happening, but you should really feel this as the whole circumference of your abdominal wall really surrounds, or I should say gently narrows circumferentially around your spine. And then once you do this last one, draw your abs so far in that they're actually touching the front of your spine. And then imagine you could draw them back even further so they go behind your spine. Good. 2 and 3. From floor 4 to floor 5. And 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let all of that go. Sit back towards your heels, arms out in front of you, and then bring your arms back behind you. Palms will face up. From here, start bending your elbows as if someone was pulling your elbows forward over your head. You'll eventually flip your palms so they face down, and then just start inching your fingertips forward. As you do so, pick your hips up high to the sky. And now, traction the length of your underarms as you pull your hips back towards your heels. And once you're there, you rebend your arms and come back into your starting position. And again, like that, elbow bend, flip your palms, arms reach out in front of you. And you start walking your fingertips forward as you peel your sitting bones to the sky, pretty high up. You go as far out as you can go. And then you traction, lengthening your underarm muscles as you bring your hips back towards your heels. Rebend your arms and extend them. Very last one. Elbow bend. Flip the palm, arms reach up. And then you walk your fingertips forward, peeling your sitting bones to the sky, lengthening the entire abdominal wall. Look forward. And then from here, pull your hips back down onto your heels, lengthening right and left psoas, right waist, left waist. Hands come back so they're under your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, come to sit on your heels. Reach your right arm up in front of you. Flex your right hand back towards your right forearm and just pull your fingers back towards you. And switch that. And do the same thing on the other side. Good. And that's it for today.